Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube page. I'm your guy, Jimmy Greenfield. Now, it's Friday, so yippee. But first off, right before we get started, I wanted to say, hope you all had a really great July now since we're in the beginning of August. But first off, I wanted to start over with, we lost, one of our beloved senators in black racial history, which was John Lewis. He died recently at the age of 80 on July 17th from the cause of after years of battling cancer. Now, as you all know, that John Lewis was part of Bloody Sunday back in '65 when he was beaten by Alabama State Troopers in the city of Selma. And of course, by the time his passing was announced, it was a huge shock to the government and of course the senators and everything in politics, because he was the kind of guy that changed black history and changed racism and changed everything in culture. And of course, in 2011, he earned a medal by Barack Obama for a very achievement, and up until March 7th, back in 2015, he actually celebrated the 50th anniversary of the Bloody Sunday that happened back in '65. And he celebrated with the Obamas and many other people that celebrated that caused it. But by the time he passed away, he carried his casket, got carried to the bridge in Selma one last time, and that's when his casket was actually carried at the Edmund Pettus Bridge, and he wanted to do it one last time right during his passing, and while he was doing it in his casket. And then just about a week or two later, that's when the memorial started, and that's when the former presidents Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and of course George W. Bush said their final goodbyes. And of course that's when Barack Obama said, quote, that he was a man pure of joy and unbreakable preference. He also said during their darkness to discourage people from voting, he, as much as anyone in our history, brought this country a little bit closer to our highest ideals. And someday, when we do finish that long journey towards freedom, that's when we form a perfect union, whether it's years from now or decades, or even if it takes another 2 centuries. John Lewis will forever be a father for that fuller, fairer, and better for America. Now, George W. Bush had a few words to say. He said, quote, insisting that hate and fear that had to be answered, and with love and hope. And that's when George W. Bush continued on, as he will forever remember John Lewis for making a difference in black culture. And for Bill Clinton, he said that he said, quote, he never lost heart, he fought the good fight, he kept the faith, and it's so fitting on the day to the service. He leave us as marching orders, which is keep moving on. And of course there was one last thing that John Lewis finally said in his final words. He said to the New York Times as a farewell letter, saying, quote, while my time here has now come to an end, I want you to know that in my last days and hours of my life do inspire me. You fill me with hope about the next chapter of the great American story, when you use your power to make a difference in our own society. Millions of people motivated simply by human compassion laid down the burdens of division, and around the country and the world you set aside race, class, age, language, and nationality to demand the respect for human dignity. This is why I had to visit Black Lives Matter Plaza in Washington. Though I was admitted to the hospital the following day, I just had to see and feel it for myself that after many years of silent witness, the truth is still marching on. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to John Lewis for sending that farewell letter to the New York Times. So rest in peace, John Lewis. We will miss you dearly, and thank you for watching.